Guys, in today's video, we're prepping my 82 Hilux for its very first MOT. Now, if you're not from the UK or you're not sure on what an MOT is, it's basically an annual check just to make sure the car or truck is roadworthy. So it's to check all your lights, washers, wipers, all suspension components, underbody, checking for corrosion, structural stuff. There's various levels of the exhaust emissions depending on the age of your car, tyre tread, seat belts and any other safety stuff. A yearly check to make sure, well, it's not going to fall apart. Now in the UK, cars that are over 40 years old are MOT exempt. And this being a 1982 means it's over 40 years old. So why does it need an MOT? Well, this little beast was imported from Malta. And to register a car in the UK, one of the things you need to have is a valid MOT, as well as insurance and a few other bits and pieces. So although this will be MOT exempt, it needs an initial MOT. And that's what we're doing. So the first thing I did was the basic stuff. So I went around, make sure the lights work. I've lost count of the amount of aircraft lights I fixed by doing that. Got an issue with main beam not going on. It flashes, but then it won't go on, it won't stay on. I don't like electrical problems. Where's the washer jets? We'll put some water in and try again. Yay! There we go. We're good. We're good. Wow. They're not great, but they work. May need a new wiper. Feeling a bit hard. That is the worst fitted seatbelt I've ever seen. It's in there though. It's obviously how they were back in the 80s. Oh, no, it won't go back in. Come on. It's amazing what a little bit of GT85 can do. Sprayed it in the bearings down there. Now it goes back perfect. Sketchy as fuck. Don't do as I do. So overall, doesn't look too bad. Underneath, I mean, some of you may have already seen underneath. No issues underneath, chassis rails are all solid. I've blasted them all off, so I just need to put some sealer on there, but everything looks all right. Exhaust is a bit rusty, but I can't see any leaks on it. So it's just a case of whether the brakes work. Because that's the only thing I can't check. It's got drums all round, brake drums all round. So I need to check full beam because it's not working. And I think we may need a fog light. On the right hand side, I think we need a fog light. I'll have to double check, but I might just have to wire one in. Look how much cheaper this toggle switch is with my trade card. So it's $4.99 and with my trade card $181. It's mad, isn't it? And if we line that up next to that, look, you can see how much cheaper it is with the trade card. Nice. Well, that was an easy fix. I managed to find this wiring diagram, check the continuity between the pins, and that all checked out. Clean all the dirt and dust off. This is the light control plug, so I unplugged that, made sure it was all clean, plugged it back in. Dipped beam, main beam, we fixed it. Yeah. I thought I was going to be tracing wires everywhere, but it seems it just needed a little unplug and plug back in. That is one of the best fault finding techniques you can do. Right, so let's fit this fog lamp. So nothing really too hard about fitting a fog light. I just used the existing loom and followed that from the cab all the way to the back, following the chassis line and making sure the wire was tucked up and out of the way. Wiring a switch that illuminates gives you an indication that the fog light's on, and well, yeah, job done. Right, here we go, drum roll. Right, that works. Have we got a fog light? Oh, that looks good. I think we have. Yes! So I've just given the switches and the steering column a clean. Look, this is how much crap. That is 40 years. 40 years of dirt and grime behind there. No wonder them lights weren't working. Right, let's go and give this thing a scrub. It's good for another 40 years now. Awesome. So I think we're all ready. Lights fixed. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Cleaned it all up, put all that back together. Super professional labelling on the fog light. Switch on. All mounted on there fine. I know it looks a bit random, but I didn't want to drill into the body, and it is only there, so it passes MOT. I can't imagine I'm going to be doing much driving in the fog, but it's there. I just need to tidy the cables up a little bit. Found all that when I was wiring that fog in as well. So I guess they must have had like a spotlight on, I don't know, but see, not quite the cable I'd have used. So I just removed all that. All wired in under the chassis. And like you saw, checked all underneath, checked the wheels, changed the wipers, put some fluid in it. Don't think there's much more I can do. So we'll see you tomorrow with either a list of stuff I need to do or a little certificate in my hand that means we are good to go on to the next phase. So it's MOT day. I've done my hair. I've put one of my best hoodies on. I know what them MOT testers can be like. Some of you in my first video were disappointed that I didn't start it up. So watch how easy it starts. This has been sat now for, well, over 24 hours. Just wait for the glow plug lights. Oh, look at the state of that. There we go. Listen, look, watch this. Not even a full turn. So the wait is over and the results are in, which are on this bit of paper in front of me. And I can tell you that it failed. It's not all bad news though, because it only failed on the rear leaf spring bushes and brake modification unsafe. That is actually something that I didn't spot. But if we come under, there's the handbrake cable that comes all the way back. Nice bit of cable, and then it's been, yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere, but that's not safe apparently. I don't think the shackle pin bush is going to be an issue, but getting a brake cable, or at least one that I can get to fit, may take some head scratching. Other than that though, the guy said it was a proper solid truck. Even though the handbrake cable's an issue, the handbrake works, all the brakes are perfect, it stops straight. He said it's a proper good truck. So although it didn't pass first time, I don't think that's a bad result. So I'm gonna try and find some bushes, try and sort that handbrake out. Built Humber stuff has turned up, so this is for like the chassis rails and stuff. And then there's some underbody protection. Gonna get the shackles done, get the handbrake cable done, and then I'll do a video on putting this stuff on. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more Hilux content, if you like this kind of thing, and I'll do some more. Ta-da! So MOT done, I now need to do the paperwork. Fingers crossed it won't take long to register it and we can get it out on the road.